Now the second part of my mail call, I have not yet opened this. This is a gentleman from that same Zebco collectors group that I am in on the Facebook sent me this because I posted a picture of my rod asking for a specific piece. Now I'm going to show you. The wife picked me up this rod at a yard sale for $2, and I'm sure you can see there's a big hole right there. The part that holds the reel foot down, gone, but it was $2. This reel was in terrible shape, by the way, this rod was. This little cap right here, that little ring hanging down, was this eye. It was smashed, the insides of it sitting here somewhere, where the plastic that's on the inside got smashed. I literally just, there it is. I literally just had it. And that eye got smashed good. And it just so happened that I've got another Zebco brand rod that I no longer have the tip to. And I'm sure that you guys can put two and two together and figure out what I did. I cut that eye off. And I put it on here. That's the first time I've ever done that, by the way. And I don't think I've done a bad job. Look at it. It looks pretty good. It's nice and sturdy. It's not going anywhere. And it's basically the exact same that came off. Now the rest of the rod was in just as bad a shape. The rod blank was pulled out of the metal piece here. I fixed it. Which I should have filmed all that, but I didn't. Sorry. But basically I pulled the metal off the rest of the way. A little bit of sandpaper in there onto the rod blank to smooth it all out. And then I put in some of this stuff. Some Loctite brush on stuff. And then I put it back in and let it sit, and it's not going anywhere. And then the tip was also off of it. Same thing. I took a little bit of sandpaper to that, and then I put on that same brush on Loctite stuff and put it back on. I haven't used it yet, and you can see a little bit of thread work that I did right here because it was threadbare. And like you know, it's not perfect, but it'll work. But anyway, what I'm expecting to be in this package from the mail from, I'm not going to say his whole name, and I don't know if I can pronounce the town that he's from, but it's from a Roger J. in Alamogordo, New Mexico. Sorry if I butchered that. And he sent it to me for free because it's a collector group and we're a bunch of really nice people. So we're going to open this thing together, and I'm going to keep the label facing me so that you don't get his address. That'd be bad. Me accidentally show you someone else's address and they start getting mail from you. Oh, come on. You gotta be stronger than that. Oh. Shuzabutt. This is what he sent me. And I tell you what, it's not the exact right thing, but I don't see any reason why that won't work. Let's give it a whirl, shall we? Now, before I start getting questions, this rod is definitely not period accurate for this particular reel. The reel, like I said, is from like '66 era. And this particular rod, which is a Zebco something, Zebco without a model number, is probably late 80s, if I had to guess. But that is the... It'll work. Like I said, it's not the exact right thing, but you know, whatever. It was free, and it's off of a Zebco just from another decade. This part's actually true to the era, which is funny. But anyway, it's on. Don't want to horse it down real tight so you don't break the blank. So I'm just gonna... Perfect, just like that. And this bad mamma jam is ready to go. The Zebco rod that I got doesn't have model information on it. Just says Zebco. It is I don't know, 4.5, maybe 5 foot. All put together. Let's give her a whirl here. This is the first time I've put it together since I fixed it, by the way, so this could get interesting. Alright. 5.5. So this is a 5.5 foot. I can tell that it's a light action, which is going to be a lot of fun. Now let's see if it comes apart. Like I said, the first time I put it together since I fixed it. Ah, victory! Victory! It was very nice of him to do that. I like good people. I was brought up to be a good person. Yeah, I think most of us were. And I like it when good people do good things. So, when it gets warm, we're going to go catch something with this. Don't know what, don't know where. But we're going to catch something with it. And then it will become part of my living museum. For those of you who have not watched one of my videos before, I have what I call the living... And I use it. I use it all the time. Well, not all the time, but every time I go out, I take a antique, such as this, with me and try to catch fish on antique fishing equipment. And I think this one's going to get a lot of good use, so it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to do another mail call video soon because I have ordered, well, I don't want to surprise you, spoil the surprise, but I ordered some reels that are going to be here next weekish. I will need rods for them, and I've got another rod that I need to work on. Like I said, I was successful with this one. Like I said, I know it's not perfect, but it'll be usable. But I picked up an old Japanese reel. This thing. And it came with its own rod, and it's a period accurate rod. I put it on this just so I could use it, basically, to make sure that I fixed it good, and I did. It works perfect. Once I get that, I'll fix that rod up that came with it. And if I feel comfortable with my level of skill in repairing that rod, I will video it so that you guys can watch it later at your leisure. But I think that's it for today. I've shown you the Mail Call 202 and the Mail Call bit for my rod, which go together perfectly. I love it. I love it. So, thank you again. I have shown you comparing and contrasting the modern 202, which in my opinion is still an okay reel, but if I had my choices, I'd go with a 60s model any day. Not that these are bad, just the old ones are just way better. Heads and tails way better. They just don't make them like they used to, as the saying goes. I did a similar video between the 404, which I've got a modern one of those, and an old one. The 404 that I have is again not on a period accurate rod, but this one is the same, 60s era, 66, 67, somewhere in that neighborhood. And I got it dirty anyway. This one had belonged to my grandpappy, so it's special to me. But I use it. And I'm going to use this one too. But anyway, that's enough for today. You guys have watched me ramble for long enough. So we're going to end it there. Thank you.